Hi, it's the 3rd of May, 2014. Uh, wasn't very well yesterday, so I've got a cold today. Unbelievable yesterday when I couldn't, too ill to bet. You won't believe it, a 16 to 1 came in the system. So, as a Monday, we won, Tuesday we won, Wednesday had a bad day, Thursday we won, and Friday, at the maths of it, it would have been £105. It was simple, really. Got the paper here, and we've got the sandpaper, as I always pick. And what I do, I circle the horses and see if it comes in. I just check them, and I must admit, it's easy to say after the event, but you know, this would have worked. It's as simple as that. You look back. It's the 145 Chepstow. And we would put a 5 on one horse, 5 on the other, as we usually say. One was a 6 to 1, one was a 7 to 1. We would have been down £10. An 8 to 1 come in, one pursuit. Check that. We'll look back at go to somewhere. Where's the side? Number 2. Whisperer. Whisperer. This was the one that there was only 4 horses in the race, and we would have, both of them were 16 to 1. And as luck would have, we would have put a 5 on one, 5 on the other, because the maths of this, we were down £10 first race. We're down 10 points first race, so 20 points moving on to the second race. There's 10 points we want to win on the second race as well. So it's 30 points. So we would have had 30 points going on to the second race. So we needed whatever horse come in, would have had to made at least 30 points. And with 16 to 1, all we had to do was bet £5 on each. And we had 16, 5, 6 is 30, 5 was for us £80. Minus the 10 would have been £70. Minus the other 5, it would have been £65 profit. So race 2 would have been £65 profit. You may be a bit shaky thinking, oh well, I've won 65, that's your decision. Can't make that for you, nobody knows the future. On that week we would have won about, £100. We were betting. Oh, it doesn't sound much, but some weeks we go through the system. The cut-off point is the key thing. We could have cut off at 200 on the Wednesday. You say it was easy to say afterwards, but looking back at the records, if we look back from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday would have lost, Thursday would have won again, and Friday would have been a £65. If we continued, the 205 was the Lingfield. You know, this isn't sophisticated where you've got to have software to run things. All you need is a bit of maths, basically. And as I said, when you go to Betfair, put in the amounts that you do a little calculation. There is a maths formula out there. I just can't be bothered with it. It gets too complicated. It's put in, that's why I use Betfair. Put in the numbers that you think Alright, you know, roughly. Add another 5 each go and see what happens. And then it'll green up. And if it'll say then, when it greens up, how much you're going to win with the percentage off, the commission off as well. If that's more than the points, you know, you've won. It's just a bit low, still won because the points. It was a 5th race. You supposedly could win £50 minimum. In 45, we'll still won. With gambling, I tell you what I've found over the years, if I'm happy, if I won £1 over, I'd rather be £1 over than £200 down. You know, you always got to be kitty then to carry on betting if that's what you want to do. So continue, sorry, waffle on, but it's this betting system. Long-term wins, and you are going to lose. You think, oh, well, Wednesday's a bad day. Yes, it was a bad day. But Monday and Tuesday, Thursday and Friday were good days. You can't win all the time. So anyway, the third race, 205 and 3, I would have put a 5 on one horse. It was a 5 to 1 and a 9 to 2. Would have been down tenner. 215 Chepstow. I'm going to say 215 Chepstow. The first horse won, we would have lost a tenner. 5th race, there's Marlborough, with 5. Would have lost. We have a 5 on it, with a tenner for. Sorry, would have been £20 on each horse then. Was £40. And by this time, we would be £70 down by the 5th race, but we won, you know, on the second. So the losing races have been 3 to this position. But on the second race, we won £65. We stopped then. We're happy with £65, but nobody knows. I mean, we could give you a bit of advice. Is look at Templegate and Tom Pepper and see if they've picked them at some spot, and see if other those selections have been selected, and then, you know, obviously it points to one of those horses that is a newer selection. So the odds then are falling. If it doesn't, you can say, well, that's what bet, because when you're up £65, you can decide whether you want to bet or not. You think, oh well, I don't think so, and if it doesn't come in, you still haven't lost anything until you start betting again. Once you put your tenner down, all of a sudden you've got £55 in the kitty. I think, oh God, I've got to keep going there. And lo and behold, the 6th race was Lingfield, 235. $235. In the system, it came in 5 to 1, so the tick up the ticks on them when they come in. Sophisticated, I know, but all you need is newspaper and a piece of paper, perhaps, from the bookies, or just a little piece of paper. Oh, there's my chart. Sorry to have a bit of a cold. There's my chart. Got a better chart than that. Going to keep the record right through. I mean, what you can do is just keep that daily, and at the end of the week, you know your total, have a good chart on your computer. It can be done. I mean, I just enjoy. I know because my Betfair account will be money, and what I basically do is keep a record of Monday. We start betting Mondays there, and I've got you know, £500 or £1,000 in the minimum. Obviously, when you come to Friday, you should have at least £1,100. At least £1,100. Anything less, well, you still, you know, you can close. Excuse me. You can always reduce your amount. Instead of being a £5 per horse, you could reduce the amount of, say, £2. It could become 50 on the horses. You want to do it that way, or maybe £2, and try to build up the money that you lost. Keep on doing it. I'm sticking to what I use, and I just keep on going. You've got £1,000, and you trying to at least by the end of the week. I mean, I've had weeks where I've won at least a £500. So, sorry, got a cold, terrible cold. Sorry, that's why I'm not better today. Saturday today, the 3rd. I'm just doing this to keep the record going. Not feeling very well. And yesterday, I'm so gutted, but I was so ill yesterday, I stayed in bed. Second race, 16 to 1 come in. That's sod's law. Anyway, after a week's betting, keep in touch. I'll keep a record of at the end of the day today. Just when I'm feeling better, perhaps tomorrow. Can always look back. But remember, I'm not cheating. The golden rule is £1,000 in the kitty, minimum. You get the paper, the sun, can be in the paper, keep the sun. Look at how many horses. From 3 up to 10, we go 2 in, 2 and 3 in. And if 11 horses or more, we go 3 and 4 in. But check, little tip is look, see Templegate or Tom Pepper or Sunspot, pick any one of those horses. They're not, they're not always win. But if they point to it down the same selection, there's a good chance that it does come in. And sometimes, yes, like Wednesday's one, you look back, I know. But it's a numbers game. And basically, if, like today now, yesterday now, we could have, looking back, just check, yeah, number 415 or 4 to 1 come in. 445 and number 4 come in. Even though there's only 8 horses running, you could continue and just move up. You know that number 2 has come in, 2 or 3 has come in. So the next one could be 4 or 5. You think, oh well, I'm going to go in. It's like it's a bit like a roulette. You think when the hot numbers come in, these numbers with horse racing, these don't come in that often. So the Wednesday's one, if you pick the 5 and 6, we would have great winners. But we don't know, so we didn't cheat afterwards. We've got 4 or 5, and number 2 come in at 5 to 2, 440, a 7 to 1 come in at Marlborough, and the 510 come in at 9 to 2, but it's easy to say afterwards, we could have won a fortune that day. Number 4 come in, 14 to 1, 5 o'clock at Chepstow. If you thought, oh well, number 3's come in a lot, 2 and 3, we'll move it up and go to 4 and 5. 14 to 1 come in. It's easy to say after the event, admittedly. So, best thing to do is you keep a chart. Don't in bet, just keep a chart for a week and see how much you would have won. Imagine they were £100 a bet. We would have lost, if you had £3,000 or £4,000 in your account. I know it's a lot of money, but if you put that in your bank account, you get, 4%, 5% if you're lucky, and that's per year. Now this one, £100 for this week is like, invest in it. All right, you've got to work for it, you've got to be sitting down and doing it. But if you are home, we could do this in the evening, do the evening bets, put them on till you win. That's why, this is the system for people who can stay home and put bets on. This doesn't select one-offs. That's the whole point of the system. I sit down in the afternoon or in the morning with a cup of coffee, circle the horses, 10 minutes before the races, to see if there's any non-runners, and put the bets on. I've been ill this week, all the lack of the flow. So I've just been keeping a record of what to do, and just keep on trucking. I should put Saturdays and Sundays up. I don't bet on Saturdays and Sundays anyway. I mean, they're off or go out, do something. But we're right, can't always stay in. So I'm, semi-retired now, so I can stay home. Don't forget this money's tax-free. Which makes it much better. You're not working for it, even if you're doing £100 a week. You're earning £100 a week, nobody can tax you on it. Okay? Remember that, it's not taxed, so it's worth more than £100. It's cash in your pocket. So keep on betting, you'll keep on winning.